Lynn, it is so good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How much fun was it learning to be this Cockney lamplighter? Because you look like you were having the most amount of fun on screen.
I really probably was. I mean, every day on this movie was sort of a different adventure. Today, we're going to dance with penguins. Tomorrow, I'm going to dance with Meryl Streep. Next week, we'll shut down the Mall and ride our bikes down Buckingham Palace. The following week, we'll climb Big Ben. I mean, there wasn't a day when something absolutely delicious and surreal wasn't happening.
Living the dream. Living the dream. Can you turn your Cockney accent on and off now, just like that?
No, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. But you know, it's what was wonderful about it was I was living in London at the time. We had an amazing crew. We filmed it here. So, you know, we had the premiere last night and it felt like the real premiere because, you know, Mary Poppins is a London gal.
Absolutely. Would you say that you're someone who suffers from an excess of imagination, as they put it in the film?
Well, I think we all do when we're kids. I think that's the magic of these movies is we get to feel what that was like when we were children, and we could extend our imagination anywhere. And I had the best research assistant on this, preparing for this role, which is my 2-year-old son, who was, you know, just beginning to speak and just beginning to create incredible worlds.
When you were a child then, was there anything that you liked to imagine could come to life or was real?
Oh yeah, I was a big, I was a big superhero fan as a kid. So, you know, I had different themed pajamas, and I had whatever powers those pajamas bestowed on me as a child. Whether that was Super or Spider-Man, I didn't care whether it was Marvel or DC. I just, you know, had powers.
No penguins or cuddly toys or anything like that.
Oh, I spent many hours dancing with the penguins and Dick Van Dyke. It was just a one-sided relationship with the VHS version of Mary Poppins in my TV.
And have you tried yet, because obviously you spend a lot of time on your bike in the film, have you tried yet transporting your own family with a ladder across the back?
No, I love my family too much to try to subject them to me on a bike on British cobblestones.
Is it really that difficult? Because, I mean, it looked difficult, but you seem to get the balance right.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that's the goal. The goal is to look like I do it every day. I'm a lamplighter. So, you know, that was the fun of it. But it was a lot of practice getting to look that well practiced.
Yeah. Going into this whole film, was there a particular part before you even started maybe that you were really looking forward to, that when it came to it you were like, this is what it's all been building up to?
Well, you know, I mean, the animated sequence was really special and magical, and it was actually one of the first things we filmed because Rob Marshall did an incredible thing. He brought back hand-drawn animation for this movie, which Disney hasn't done in a very long time. So they needed to get that filmed and edited right away so that the animators could begin drawing the sequence.
But did it feel that special? Is it not on like a green screen?
Yes, but at the same time, it was our first week of work. We had dancers representing, in green lycra, representing the penguins all around us. And it was an enormous set piece. So even though it was green, it was huge. And it was our first taste of making this film. And
obviously the roles in the first Mary Poppins are iconic. Yeah. Everyone knows them. So growing up, was there a particular role, not just in Mary Poppins, but in any film that you were like, I would have loved to have played that? You know, the Disney movie that meant the most to me growing up was Little Mermaid. So, you know, I felt a kinship with Sebastian, a misunderstood composer. You know, that whole movie starts because Ariel doesn't show up to his concert. I can relate. So, you know, I always, he was always my favorite Disney character. Oh, have you not kind of slipped your name across the desk to the execs if they do a live action? Yeah, I'm actually a producer on the live action Little Mermaid. Oh, it's coming, isn't it? Yeah, it's coming. So we're in script phase still, but yeah, I'm sort of the head of the Don't Mess It Up committee because I'm just the #1 fan of that cartoon. And how about if they take Mary Poppins to the stage? Is that something you're Mary Poppins Returns? Yeah, that would be amazing. Because you're a stage guy, right? First and foremost. Yeah. So you'd be in for it. But I'd want someone else to have the joy of doing that because it really was one of the great joys of my life being a part of this movie. Well, I loved watching you on it. So thank you so much, Lynn. Lovely to meet you. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Oh, wow. Go! The stuff in the score, home goal. No!